It's November 28th, 2021. I just saw that piece on the morning news on Channel 2 that they acknowledged about the hotel called the Roosevelt shortly after the concern of mine about the statue of Lincoln being removed from City Hall, which I plan on calling the White House on Tuesday to inform them of my concern. Now, I also had mentioned that on the news, I mean, I haven't watched, I've tried to stay within not the expanded digital packages and satellite companies, but I try to stay within the rabbit ear, like just like the rotary phone and the push dial phone they said were similar. I'm staying within the rabbit ear range of 2, 4, 5, 7. That's it. And then sometimes I add a 9 or an 11, but that was still able to get before cable became a big thing. On those, what I would consider more secure, because they're at least networks that have been around for a long time, and the president can reach through and make sure for national message that it stays, whatever. And one would assume this is United States President Joe Biden, that they've made very clear that is as a couch potato and no access to the real inner workings of how everybody keeps us safe, and how they keep a country moving and going. It's nice to see the face of the people that are working and that are our anchors and names and voices of reliability and strength. Now, they do not display on the television, and I am unclear why, prime ministers or a prime minister. I mean, we have a Canada just to our north. I believe they're broken up into a French Canada and a British Canada, but that's not even clear because it just says Canada on a globe. And I don't, again, have anybody to ask that question to. I know that they know these things. It's just the message, just so they're aware when they have to deal with my level of public, just so I don't get hurt and they don't accidentally squash me. They don't speak of these things. But what they do, and I just saw it, which I want to make mention of, this morning, after I mentioned that a few days ago, they mentioned on the news a British, it's not British, a UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, and they gave a face, which I've seen his face before in passing, but it's not something like with President Joe Biden, it's always like he's our president. With Prime Minister, they don't really speak, and they've never taught what that worldly function does, and how it interacts with the United States. That's been not even something, it wasn't in our school syllabus or what they taught in public school or in Catholic school within the state of New York, or at least within the area of Long Island that I was growing within the century 19, decades 8, decade 9, because that's when I was in school, was century 19, decade 8, and decade 9.
With at least 2 Omicron cases already identified in the UK, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced a return to face coverings on public transportation and in shops.
It does appear that Omicron spreads very rapidly and can be spread between people who are double vaccinated.
Dutch health officials say they've detected more than 60 COVID cases from people who flew in.
So that's actually, for myself now that I'm looking at some of this with a new filter, I still, just as a novice, I suppose, who's had very, like, little to no exposure to anything outside of the whatever they're portraying into the New York system. It is that just so I don't know how that works, how that gets decided, but that would be the only. And then in Canada, the only thing I've ever heard of, and I could not pinpoint how it was addressed, was they mentioned something about the name Trudeau, but I don't know if that was French speaking or the English speaking side, and I don't know what that argument is over, if they have an argument or if they work together. Again, I barely know the history here based on how poor the schooling system was. So, though that's what my area of New York has heard, at least for my report, which goes with the medical piece that I've been covering in the local Bayside Station area for weather and atmospheric pattern related to what the message is being spoken of in or visually shown for picture within the local area. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.